Hey, this is Professor Bonos for VixenVarsity.com, and here we're a review for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 2 premiere called Shadow. Um, if you didn't watch Season 1, it was kind of up and down. A lot of people were kind of like down on it at the beginning, like, oh, this is what I want. And then it went on winter break, and after winter break, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. really like picked up the pace, and it really started getting really good, really interesting. I mean, you had the stuff going on with Coulson, you had the stuff going on with Sky, then you had stuff going on with Shield in general, and then you find out Hydra's been infiltrating Shield, and then you had all the events of Captain America: Winter Soldier, which played right into Agents of Shield with the dissolution of Shield and everything that's going on with that. So, season two picks up basically a couple of months, 6 months or so after season one ended, and Shield's been dissolved. Coulson is the new director of Shield, and he still has his team trying to stop Hydra and keep the world safe. They have to do it covertly now because General Talbot's after them and the government's after them, and after everything happened to Winter Soldier, can you really blame them? I mean, they had helicarriers about to kill half the people in the world. So you had all that going on. So this season's picking up right after that. You have everything that's going on with Coulson trying to keep Shield together, trying to ferret out all the Hydra um, nest, if you will, and really keep Shield going. So the episode started off with Lucy Lawless about to buy some information on some Shield tech or some Shield tech that Shield had found, and just as the deal about to go down, the guy comes in, takes the stuff, kills the agent, the former Shield agent who's about to have it, and gets away. After they shoot him, he's like bulletproof. So everybody's like wondering what's going on. Find out that Lucy Lawless is actually working with Coulson. She's a new character, gonna be reoccurring this season, Agent Hartley. It was pretty cool to see Lucy Lawless on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I mean, come on, she's like one of the baddest chicks ever. So it was cool to see that. And then you had, so to see that she's working with Coulson and Coulson really trusts her. And then you see that Sky has really been doing a lot of training. I mean, a lot of training in the past 6 months. I mean, she's kind of like full on Shield agent now. It was kind of cool to see her interaction with Britt. It was like kind of flirty, but kind of like cool brother sister kind of little thing. It was cool, a little weird, but I liked it. Uh, and see that May's really taking her under her wing and training her. Um, and to see how much stuff that Shield is trying to do, like with no support anywhere. Um, so you start out, you see all that stuff, and then you see that the guy is Crusher Creel, the absorbing man. So it was like, damn. And this effects they did with him was amazing. I was like, that's impressive for TV. I mean, just to see that on regular TV was impressive. And then you find out he's working for Hydra, and they know who he is, and they know that he's working for Hydra. So Shield goes to their former partner, who was the Hydra agent, Ward. They have Ward. He's in the basement. The only person to talk to is Sky. Sky doesn't trust him. Sky is disgusted by what he did in the previous season, not understanding his motivations and what he was going through. And so they have their face off, and it's not going well. And he tells her what she wants to know, and he's truthful. And he's telling her that he'll never lie again, that he learned his lesson. But of course, she still doesn't trust him. So she leaves, and then when she leaves, he reveals that he's going to tell her about her father. So that's a pretty big reveal. Because in her last season, one of her big things was who's my family, who's my father, who her parents were. She doesn't know. She's an orphan, and she's trying to figure out who her parents are. And for Ward to know and have kept that a secret the whole time, I'm really interested in seeing how that's going to, when he does tell her, how their relationship's even going to be more affected, because he professed to have these feelings for her, and for him to keep that big secret from her is going to be huge. So I'm really interested to see what happens there between those two. Um, you find out that Fury had a whole bunch of different stuff, and like he had his toolbox, which had a whole bunch of intel that no one else knows about, and now Coulson has access to that. The pacing of the episode was pretty good. There was like a lot of stuff going on, but it was like there wasn't that many new characters to introduce, and so the pace of the episode was really good. Like there wasn't like a whole bunch of stuff crammed into it. I mean, there was like a lot of geek out moments. Like when I saw Crusher Creel grab the chain with the ball in the end and like turn his arm still, I freaking geeked out. I was like, oh shoot, Crusher Creel. Like really to see him like he is in the comic books was really cool. And to see May save Talbot and then take Talbot was pretty funny too. So I like that. And it's interesting as you see Simmons, um, how his injuries from preseason, he almost died, how that really been affecting him. Like he's not as smart. Like he's missing something. And then think Fitz is helping him, and then they reveal that, oh shit, Fitz is gone, and Simmons is imagining her, and he's really off his rocker. And one of the motivations for them is to make the world safer for people like Simmons. So that was like, wow, that was a pretty wild moment. It was really cool when they infiltrated the army base to get to, you think to get the tech that Crusher Creel is going after, and that was like part of the motivation was to get that tech, which Lucy Little Hollis for some reason decided she was going to touch with her own hand. Like, I didn't understand that. And then it started affecting her in a negative way, and she was like going to die. And then they asked Coulson, were they going to scrub the mission or continue? And Coulson was like, "Got to continue." So Lucy Lawless, Agent Hartley's team, they like leave, and the rest of Coulson's team, May and Sky and Britt, they fight off the army and steal a Quinjet, which has cloaking technology. So now they can really do more to help the world without worrying about being caught. And then at the end, you had the big reveal like who the bad is right now, and it's Kraken. I mean, Kraken is a kind of a new character. He was introduced in Secret Avengers #2 in like 2010, I think. So he's a new character, but if you've been reading anything what's going on with S.H.I.E.L.D. and Hydra in the comic books, then you know who Kraken is. He's like part of the Hydra Council, and that's a pretty big thing to have on there. So it's the guy at the end, Dr. Whitehall, that's the Kraken. So I think they're going to start introducing more of the Hydra Council. Then you're going to see some more people pop up. I think. I don't know, but it makes sense because he's not like the big top guy. He's just one of the council. So I can see like Supreme Hydra and Madame Mystique. I think some of those characters might pop up. Overall, I thought that was it was a great first episode. I thought it picked up right where season 1 ended, right where Captain America: Winter Soldier ended, and it's really going to have a lot of momentum going to season 2. I really didn't have too many issues with the episode. There was a couple of little things, very little things, like Britt posing as an army general, considering he had like a full beard and he's younger than me. I mean, nah, that's not happening. It's just that was a little far fetched. It's like, come on. There are other people they could have picked, I guess, for that in house. That made it like, why would he pick him? Other than that, I really liked everything. I thought it was a really good episode. It was because it was a good start for season 2. I'm really excited for next week. I'm really excited for season 2, and especially considering it's going to tie in to Avengers to Age of Ultron. So if it's anything like the first season, this season will probably wrap up a lot of the stuff. The first half of the season will probably wrap up a lot of stuff that happened in Winter Soldier in season 1. Then we get to the winter finale, and then after the winter finale, it'll start ramping up towards Avengers: Age of Ultron. that's how I think it's going to happen. That's like the after seeing the formula, um, Marvel and Disney are doing a really good job of integrating everything, and I think that's what really helped Shield in the first season. How they kept the superpowers out of the show, kind of superheroes really out of the show. Yet at the same time, shows the effect of what was happening in the movies on the show. And I think that's going to happen with Avengers 2. And I think it's going to continue to happen in future seasons when you got Captain America 3 and you got other movies coming out. And it'll all tie together. And then plus you'll have, next year you'll have the Netflix shows on Marvel shows on Netflix. So that's going to be interesting as well. So I give Agent Shield Shadows 2 thumbs up. It was a great episode. I'm really excited for next week's episode. And first of all, those for BasicBarSide.com and come back for my next review.